in the month of March, and I was in 6th month of pregnancy. So I started telling my baby that don't worry, your mom is going to make sure that whatever I planned for you, that's going to happen. So this is my first pregnancy. Like any other couple, we were overjoyed. We were super excited. And the first thing we thought to ourselves is how we can make this journey as perfect as possible. The 5th month, we went hide, we celebrated baby shower, we had a good time with our family. We came back Chennai and we were like, okay, so this is our time. We are going to enjoy every moment. And that's when COVID-19 started spreading in India in the month of March, and I was in 6th month of pregnancy. It was a bad news because that's the time where you start feeling your baby kicks. You enjoy that emotionally, and you learn that entire country is in lockdown. You can't go out, you can't walk in park, you can't go to any beach in Chennai. You just can't lead any normal life. You're restricted to home. The only place I used to visit 95% of the time was hospital for my checkup, which cannot be avoided. So I had my own kit. When I say own kit, even before packing my medical records, I used to pack that kit with sanitizers, masks, gloves, disinfectant sprays, wipes, sprays to spray the hospital chairs where I'm going to sit, wipes to clean the medical records when others touch. So I used to pack all those well in advance. My husband is a pilot by profession. He won't be home for at least thrice a week. He keeps flying. And due to pandemic, there was no change because he works for cargo airlines. So the first thing we did is we wanted to prepone my delivery also. We wanted to plan the date. I didn't wanted to wait for natural pains because with COVID in place and if he is not at home, I was really unsure if I can get enough support if I get natural pain. So we wanted to plan a date, go admit, and just get things done as much as structured way possible and come back home. So Chennai was in complete lockdown. You know how the cases were spreading in Chennai. I mean, the situation was really tense. But we kept calm. My baby was kicking very well. So finally, 2 weeks before my delivery date, actual delivery date, we went for a regular checkup. And doctor said everything is smooth. There is nothing to worry. We are almost close to the delivery date. And she told me that I need to get a COVID-19 test done as a mandatory guideline, which was set by the government. And I was absolutely fine with that. Next day, I got the report and I was positive. It was devastating. Like I never ever expected in last since COVID-19 has started. I never thought even for a 10 seconds that I might test positive because as an individual you'll be conscious for sure, but when you have a baby inside you, you're going to be extra conscious every single minute, even before touching anything, allowing anybody to touch you, even the doctor or anything. You are always alert. I just felt one report turned my life upside down. I felt that my future and my baby's future was uncertain. Forget about what plans I had, but I was really worried about my baby. We were almost to the end of the journey, and I really cannot express what I've gone through that day. We immediately called my gynecologist. If you get stressed out, if you get emotionally disturbed, there are high chances of you getting into a labor. So for me, my result, my worry for my baby, and I cannot express it emotionally because things will get more worse. So that was my state of mind. I can't even shed a tear. She told me very clearly, if you cry, you will develop a sore throat, and you may worry that it's one of the symptoms. You can't even come out. You'll be in home isolation. So how will you express? How will you get tested? How will you go for checkup? I literally controlled my tears. I brought back all my emotions. I went to the room. I isolated my husband, my mom. All of us went into 3 different rooms, and we prepared for the next 1 week. The first thing when I isolated myself, I started talking to my baby. Uh, I felt I'm not alone because she is suffering along with me. So I started telling my baby that don't worry, your mom is going to make sure that whatever I planned for you, that's going to happen. right? And I started telling her, only thing I need from you is kick me as much as possible, keep interacting with me as much as possible. Every hour, whenever I eat, come down. So doctor told me to monitor 5 kicks in an hour. I said you have to kick me at least 15 to 20 times, right? So that's when I know you are active, you're with me, you are healthy, and that's the only thing that's going to be positive inside this room for me. And to my surprise, my baby was hyperactive throughout that week when compared to the entire pregnancy. I started checking which are the private hospitals that tied up with government to support COVID patients. I got a list of 10 to 15 hospitals in Chennai. I started dialing each number. And 80% plus hospitals have disconnected my calls when they got to know I'm a pregnant woman. When I've gone through Tamil Nadu government side, I was super happy to see that every hospital list was there and they were displaying number of beds available. So I thought when they say number of beds available, that's for every COVID positive patient. When I called, I realized it's not for pregnant women. I came across two hospitals who were treating COVID pregnant women. And when I spoke to them, they told me that they'll be charging me 4 to 6 lakhs, anywhere between 4 to 6 lakhs, and admission would be for 5 to 7 days. They said you will have to come down next 1 hour. You will have to come down next 1 hour and you will have to admit, because we will not wait for 1 week. You will miss your slot. You'll miss your bed. So you'll have to come and admit today or latest by tomorrow morning. And nobody can accompany me, my husband, my family, nobody can accompany me to the hospital. And they'd be doing only C-section, not a natural delivery. So I had one set of doctors who were motivating me that, if you do not develop any symptoms, nothing is going to happen to you, your baby and all. And I had one set of doctors who told me that you're going to lose your baby if you don't deliver in next 24 hours. uh, so I was confused. We all were confused. So that's when we thought, okay, we at least have alternate options. If there is an emergency, we will go to them. But till then, we will just continue to be home and we'll pray that we don't develop any symptoms. And that's what we exactly did. And that entire 1 week passed. On eighth day, I got tested and it turned out to be negative as we all hoped for, and by God's grace. So that's when I went back to the same gynecologist, same hospital as I promised my baby. Everything like whatever room we wanted to book, whatever date we wanted to go for the delivery, everything happened as per that. And my ninth month scan, my baby was absolutely fine. And I don't know if I should call it a happy ending or a happy beginning. But just trust in your baby, just trust yourself. If you've come so far, if you've got pregnant, if you have a life within yourself, that means you have superpowers. So it's you can easily overcome anything. So COVID is just a passing cloud.
Subscribe and press the bell icon for more Brute videos.